Hey there, folks. David at Signed and Slabbed back for another round of auction wins. This one will be a little bit different because this is actually something that I bought to resell. So before I dive in, if you like this kind of content, please hit subscribe, hit like, share with your friends, comment, ask questions down below. I'll do my best to correspond with everyone and or at least reply to those comments and questions. And so without further ado, we'll dig into this. So I bought this lot from a recent golden auction, and it is the entire set of 1990 Marvel Universe cards. All of the cards are graded PSA 9. Now, I know that there are people out there that these things got really hot last year because they were sort of the first really broad, big sort of release of Marvel superhero cards. And so as the hobby sort of had its, what many were trying to call an aha moment that maybe now has turned into a little bit of an uh-oh moment, superhero cards became sort of a big deal. And so this is a pretty significant set in terms of maybe the history of evolution of your Marvel superhero cards. But I saw this lot in auction, and I was ultimately able to win this for less than $7 a card for the full 162 card set. So I've put everything together. I'm actually gonna do a set break on eBay. I'm gonna auction these off, start everything at $9, and just see what happens. If I was really gonna collect this set, I would probably do it in PSA 10. The pops on these are climbing, which is, I actually think that's a good thing, though. It's made them a lot more affordable so that people aren't just spending tons of money on things where, it's a little bit more plentiful than maybe some people wanted you to originally believe. But let's just go through some of these cards. So you've got your Captain America #1, very famous card. You've got Spider-Man. I do think it's interesting that to see kind of in 1990 at least how Marvel was sort of in a way ranking their superheroes based on their appearance sequentially in the set. #3, of course, the Hulk. This to me is an interesting one because we're not as, I don't know, familiar with him, but you got the Daredevil, and there was a movie or two, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner, that they had done. Nick Fury, part of your Fantastic Four. The Thing. You've got your X-Men, Professor X, Cyclops, Marvel Girl. I know a lot of y'all are thinking the same thing I am at this point. How in the world is Wolverine #10? Like 10? I don't know. But some movies and maybe Hugh Jackman had a little bit to say about that later on. You got Phoenix at #11. Card #12, this is an interesting one. We're getting into some people and I don't really know who they are. Power Man. He had like another, or well, I guess that's Luke Cage. You got the Dazzler. You've got Dagger. And then coming in at #15, this is an Avenger, but I guess it turned out not a super popular one. Quasar. Anyway, that's your top 15 according to Marvel back in 1990. And then we'll finish this off with a pretty famous card. Here's your Stan Lee, Mr. Marvel from the set. This is #161 right in front of your checklist. Anyway, I'm going to have all of these available on eBay. I'm going to start those tonight, Thursday, October 12th and run 10-day auction on them. The whole set, one card at a time. So if it's a set you're interested in, jump out there, hit, bid. I'll definitely combine shipping and stuff. But so this is something, again, I bought it for about a little less than $7 a card and figure it was something fun that does a couple things for me. Number one, it allows me to auction off a bunch of stuff that will also draw some more attention into my store. I do think I'm going to make a little bit of money on this. Sometimes sets are not bid as well in auctions as you might think. So the some of the parts may be worth in some instances more than the whole. Other instances, I'm not sure that that's true, but this is one where I think the pieces will likely be worth more than what the set was as a whole. And some of it too is just awareness. But like I think a lot of set collectors for things like this aren't necessarily looking to buy the whole set at once because that's pretty expensive. They're able to kind of put it together one card at a time. That's how I like to do it. And so I felt like it was a good opportunity to be able to give some people a shot at some cards in PSA 9 that they may not necessarily see all the time available for sale at eBay. So that's one thing. Second thing is it helps me learn how to manage my store and my auctions a little bit better. So I use templates to put these together to get them ready for auction. And so I learn a little bit about what I'm good at and what I'm not, and trying to improve that process a little bit. If I were ever to decide to really expand, what I'm doing on eBay, and do more auctions and increase the activity within my store. And then third, being able to run these auctions definitely helps drive my feedback score. And so again, having 162 items, I'm certain that there will be some people that bid on and win multiples of these cards, and I will always combine shipping on eBay in those instances too. But those three things are something. If you're going to have an eBay store and sell online, you always want to try to be getting a little bit better and a little bit better, a little more efficient, putting your auctions together so you can get them out timely, run them, and then be ready to send invoices, get things ready, get things together, and ship it out. So anyway, I'm going to start those auctions tonight. So I hope you enjoyed this. A little bit different of items for me, but check these out. And until next time, Sign and Slab signing out.